All right, all right, all right. What's up? What's up? What's up? Happy Monday. Happy Monday to each and every one of you. I had to check my settings, child. This looked like a members only live. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Thank you guys again for joining me. Shout out to Tawana. Hey, Tawana. And always, India. Thank the both of you. Tawana is back. Always, India. I think you were a member before. I don't know. I don't know. But I appreciate you guys. I am not going to waste too much time. I want to go over the foolishness that's going on out here in these streets when it comes to not only Carlos, but Holly's family again. And you guys will be able to let me know, is it ever okay to taunt someone that is a victim of domestic violence? Because that's what's happening. And it's not cool at all to me. Um, I'm not going to say the family member, but she posted Romeca's mugshot from when Carlos beat her earth. Okay. And look, I'll just get into it. Let me say some hellos real quickly. Let me email myself this. Give me 1 second. Give me 1 second. My apologies. Let me email myself this mugshot again. And then we'll get started. Okay. But hello again. If you haven't hit the like button already, please go ahead, hit that like button for me. Happy Monday to you guys. Happy Black History Month. Although it is every day, all day, it should be for us. But yeah, happy Black History Month as well. Now, as I mentioned, I'm gonna go ahead and get into, in my opinion only, everything that I'm saying is alleged, and in my opinion, okay, strong opinions, and is for entertainment purposes only. But I don't like what I've been seeing, and I may have to come back to you and we can do a deep dive when it comes to, I get Carlos is the daddy, but should he really be publicly continuing to say how much he misses his son? So he's been saying that and posting throwback pictures. You guys see one on this thumbnail. And he also posted a video of he and Holly's son today. So it appears that they finally let him see that child. And I think it is all a scheme, you know what I'm saying, to keep him from flipping and telling the truth. And he know the truth. But we're gonna get into it. As I mentioned, um, Holly is heading to court tomorrow. It's not gonna be much. She won't be getting out, you know, it's just not gonna happen. The judge made it clear as far as who he felt like a menace to the streets was, and that was Holly. So I don't think that there will be too much to discuss. But once I find out whatever happens tomorrow in court, you guys know I'll come back to you with whatever went on. But as I mentioned, Carlos been busy this weekend, and Holly's family has been busy on social media this past weekend. And I'll just say this, for me, it is a true representation of how things got to this point in the first place. You got Carlos posting, "Love you, Romeca, for life." And then you got Holly's family talking negatively, shaming, victim shaming, all of the above, Romeca. So I don't know about you guys, but that's a true representation for me, because I'm sure, well, I ain't got to say I'm sure. I know this not alleged. He did the same damn thing when it comes to Romeca and Holly. But for Holly's family members, for her to post this on her page, Also she posted body cam footage, and I'm not gonna show it at all, of when Romeca was arrested. So this mug shot is from that arrest where there were no charges officially. She wasn't officially charged. But before I even continue, I want you all's thoughts on this. Let me blow this up. Does that look like DV to you? Somebody let me know. Does that look like a DV? And you guys know I always like to put up a hotline. If you're experiencing any forms of DV, call the hotline and get on up out of there. But my question is this: how you gonna shame somebody with this mugshot? I see a black eye, a swelled eye that was done by Carlos. How you gonna shame her? In the body cam video, Romeca said over and over again, yes, it's DV, sis. It's DV. I don't give a damn what she was arrested for. And we're going to get into that in a little bit. But in that body cam video that I would never show in my Holly's voice, I would never, because she was the one that was, can you guys see? Physically, brutally assaulted. So whatever she said to the officers, which was, he beat my ass. He was beating my ass in front of my son. He pulled my arm out of socket. My arm hurt. And she did have an ignorant police officer. Ignorant. But what happened? What happened? Mr. Cell Phone Carrying, push record, Carlos called the popo saying Romeca poked him with a utensil. You guys should know exactly what I'm talking about. I can't say it on YouTube. She poked him with a utensil. Again, he still had enough time to black her eye, beat her up, pull her arm out the socket, and record. Similar to what he did on September 8th. But clearly in this mugshot, I don't know about you guys, I see evidence of what Romeca said, that Carlos beat her ass. She didn't dot her own eye. But this is to Holly's family, the one that posted the body cam video as well as Romeca's mugshot. To Holly's aunt, maybe Romeca should have done like your like your family member did. I'm trying to not even say who this is, but she's been the one that's been the most vocal out here. So I'm sure you guys know. I gone ahead and said it was her aunt again. So maybe Romeca should have done what your niece did to Carlos, because your niece wasn't touched at all. And I'll go through what was officially in the court documents in a minute. But Holly wasn't touched. But if you feel like that this black eye and all of that was justified, clearly you feel like Romeca should have done the same damn thing that your niece did. This is the proof that Carlos whooped Romeca's ass just like he was doing on September the 8th. Where's Holly's black eye from the exchange between her and Romeca? She ain't got one. Yes, Simone. Holly didn't have a scratch. Yet we know that she shot Romeca in her face. And as the court documents stated, paused and shot her two more times. And the judge said, I find it very telling that there was a pause between shot number 1 and shot number 2 and 3. That's what the judge said. So yeah, Holly didn't have no black eye like Romeca, no scratches, no nothing. And the fact will hey, Aunt Debbie, the fact will always remain for me. Holly could have left. I know I've probably said it about 50 times. Holly could have left when she walked back to that car. But if she is justifying Carlos's actions as far as him doing this to Romeca, again, surely she would have felt like Romeca had the right to unalive Carlos. She didn't. And we're going to go over the timeline because this mugshot was in 2022. And I'm going to show you something from 2024 of Romeca and Carlos still together. Still. But where do they do this at? You post a picture of a woman that was physically abused, her ass effed up. Your family member unalives her, and you think a judge and a jury will ignore again what is visible in this mugshot? I don't know about you guys, but most judges will say, well, look, it's obvious that this was clearly self-defense. Undeniably, clearly self-defense, not a verbal argument. This shit is crazy to me, and I just don't understand it. I'm just gonna again remind them why these charges did not stick when it comes to Romeca by this mugshot that she posted. Romeca was not officially charged, was not found guilty, none of that. How does this help Holly? That's what I want to ask the family member. Because Carlos lied then, like he was lying to both of these women, Romeca and Holly. How does this help Holly? That she was trying to get the Negro up off of her from beating her up in front of her child, pulling her arms out of the socket and all of that. And in the audio that you guys will not hear over here, again, Romeca clearly told the Popo, yes, drop some pink hearts in the chat. Justice for Romeca. But she clearly told the male police officer he didn't want to hear it. Big, fat, funky, clear. He didn't really want to hear too much. But there's another female officer that gave her the proper respect, in my opinion, and let her tell what happened. But Carlos again, cell phone carrying ass Carlos, is still doing today what he was doing then. It's crazy. You beat her in front of your child, but yet you are posting your child. I can't wait till I see little Los. Can't wait till I see little Los. Hey, Rosemary. And yeah, we'll talk about that in another video because that child is motherless. And I wonder to Holly's family, if it was Holly with that black eye that Romeca got, how would they feel? Because again, clearly they think that Holly unaliving Romeca was self-defense. So they would have to, right? Is it me? They would have to look at this and say, yeah, if Romeca poked him, it was self-defense. Yeah, that was self-defense. But no, they are trying to use this against someone that's not here to defend themselves, victim shaming, all in the hopes of this will save their family member. And it won't. This is not proof that Romeca was the aggressor. This is proof that Carlos, in Romeca's word, beat her ass. That's what she told the police. And some people are going to stick up for their family members, right or wrong. When it comes to cold-blooded murder, for me, yeah, no. But to bring your thoughts online to the internet when your family member is the one that's in jail, this is a form of harassment. Now, I know Holly got a lawyer, but the family hasn't consulted a lawyer. You posting this proves what? It proves that Romeca couldn't defend herself against a woman beater. It's crazy. Again, to Holly's family, word for word, as far as what was said in court, is at all points during this, there was definitely a verbal argument that was going on. Key word verbal. But what was physical was only witness number one laying hands on the victim. They didn't call Romeca the aggressor. They called her the victim. And then the defendant executing her. The only people that got physical was Carlos and Holly. Romeca was whatever she was saying to them, we know didn't warrant Holly unaliving her. She didn't touch this chick at all. The court document said that Holly executed Romeca. They said that is the only violence in this matter. Witness number one is Carlos, and the defendant is Holly. They were the only ones that were violent. We know Carlos was violent by putting Romeca in a headlock, knocking her head up against the car, all of that. But he couldn't stop Holly ass from grabbing that pow, right? His cell phone carrying ass couldn't jump in front of Holly to make sure that what she went to that car and got, she didn't use. That's why we think it was a setup from the beginning. Thank you, sis. It only proves that he was an AB user. I'm going to take it off the screen again because what jury is going to look at this? And may Romeca rest in peace. But if this picture were brought up in court, if she would have went to court for the shit, yeah, his ass guilty. She was protecting herself. This is true self-defense. Defending herself. And again, Holly is in jail because of a verbal argument. That's it. That's all. I am truly disgusted. You know what I'm saying? I do, to a certain extent, get again that family members will defend their family, sometimes right or wrong, but there's no denying a cold-blooded unaliving. Cold-blooded. Romeca is gone. Holly is locked up and Carlos is free. And while they are, let me take this off, defending Holly, let me put this picture up here. He is posting, well, you see it on this thumbnail, but I'm going to show you another one. Romeca, he just posted this, Friday? This past Friday? We always did family activities, no matter what. Love you, Romeca, for life. And that's what Holly was jealous of. That's why Holly shot in her face. That's why she unalived her. That's why she bragged about, oh, now we're going to be the ones that's doing family activities. We're going to be the ones that's wearing matching PJs and all of that. That's why. But this picture right here, just so we can see a true timeline. Thank you, Carlos, because you just continue to prove that you ain't ish. But do you guys see the year in the background? I know you guys can see 2024. There's Carlos, there's Romeca, and there's baby Amir. 2024. He posted this. And Holly unalive Romeca 2025. Very, very short timeline. But yet they want to blame Romeca. Because Carlos was doing shit that typical Negroes, nothing ass Negroes, let me add, because he was doing what they do. 2024, and this girl is unalived the next year. We saw the video last week of Romeca on the phone with Holly while Carlos was laying in her bed. And in that phone call, Romeca said something like, who your baby daddy or something like that. And yeah, so Carlos was still dibbling and dabbling. And as a family, when I know my loved one is absolutely locked up for her actions, but because of a Negro, I'm not coming out here and saying anything about the other woman. Holly made her bed, now she got to lie in it. That's crazy to me. It's absolutely single black female mentality, girlfriend. Absolutely. And just go back, couple videos. I showed you guys how Holly was buying the same dress that Romeca had. The pregnancy shoot dresses were similar, poses with Carlos, the same damn stroller that Romeca had for her baby. She got that. It was absolutely single black female. That shit is crazy. And like I said, while they are dogging out Romeca, you got this Negro over there confessing his love. Confessing his love. Reminiscing. And it's bullshit. That's why on my thumbnail, I got Carlos cut it out. It's bullshit. You ain't love her enough to protect her. Like I said, Romeca is gone. Holly locked up. And his ass is still free. But do you guys see the year of those videos? I mean, I'm sorry, of that picture of the balloons. Let me bring that one back up. That's very telling to me. Very telling. And scandalous and low down. That this man played the both of these women and he the only one free. That's crazy. That's crazy. So I just wanted to touch on a couple things. I'm going to see what you guys are saying. I will drop the link if anybody want to come up. I'm disgusted with the family and I'm disgusted with Carlos. And I may as well go ahead and talk about it now because as I mentioned, he is still on this plight to see his kids. And what did I do with my little paperwork? Where's that other picture? Let me email myself this real quick, guys. He's still on a plight to see his kids. This good dad that got one mom 6 feet under and got the other one locked up for life. And you know, I don't know. Before I even move on to that, I want to see what you guys are saying because I do have a question that I want to ask you about his plight to see his kids. Hold on, let me show you guys what I'm talking about first. 1 second. My apologies. I was going to save that for another video, but let me bring this up. 1 second, 1 second. Here we go. Now he posted this today. Let me open this up, guys. Again with Romeca's son pushing Lil Carson. And he said the first time Carlos was excited to meet Carson. And let me see if he got me blocked. Because no, because I don't want the kids on here. I was going to show you guys the video, but I'm going to pass on that. But he had this video again, and that is Amir pushing the little seat carrier with Holly's baby in it. So my question to you guys after I read a couple comments is, how do you feel about that? I get he's the sperm donor, but you know. Thank you, Side Eye. Hold on, sis. How come my avatar won't be, it's not on this screen? StreamYard be tripping. Hold on. Here we go. Thank you, sis. I appreciate you, Side Eye. Side Eye said, Carlos and Holly are toxic trash. I hope he doesn't get to see the other child. We're going to talk about it. And I totally agree with you. And I don't know about you guys, but especially when it comes to men, they do, good night, Mixie. They do most of that stuff behind the scenes. You know what I mean? When it comes to their children or if they want to see them, make no mistake about it. Carlos is looking for attention and attention only. To me. That's my opinion. But my question to you guys is this, and let me know your thoughts. Is it selfish that Carlos wants to see Romeca's son? And I know it's his too, but it's kind of hard for me to say that. Is it selfish? Because to me, it's selfish. He again is definitely the daddy, but I feel it's selfish because what will the conversation be? What you gonna say to him? And what I think that Carlos will say to Romeca's son is what he's been saying publicly. He's the victim. Romeca was the aggressor, son. Your mama was the aggressor. And my other baby mama, you know that baby that I said you was so excited to meet? Well, his mom unalived your mom, but it's because of your mom. What is he going to say to the child? You know, I really do. You know, I thought hard to myself earlier today. And I'm sorry, for me, he's nothing but a sperm donor. Again, Romeca got this mug shot because Carlos was beating her in front of her son. So that's my question. You get on social media, you put on this act. I want to see my boys. I want to see my boys. But there's absolutely nothing that you can say because, unfortunately, for Carlos, baby Amir, especially once he gets older and he's able to understand court docs, and when he's old enough to see the video of September the 8th, when he's old enough to read what the witnesses said, his daddy had his mama in a headlock, his daddy was banging her head against the car door, or when the baby is old enough to listen to the body cam of Romeca saying that he was beating my ass in front of my son. That day coming. I don't know if Carlos don't know it. It's coming. But it's selfish as hell to me because sometimes they can absolutely be sperm donors. That's it. That's all. And I think it's all an act. You know, a man like Carlos, a narc, in my opinion, That's what they do. They gonna play the victim. They gonna act like, oh, I love my kids, or they gonna act like, oh, it's because of her that we wasn't together. It's because of her. It's because of her that she's no longer here. It's because of Holly. Because Holly's family. I hope y'all ready. And hopefully, guys, I said nothing may come out of court tomorrow, but hopefully he show his ass up to support Holly, and they go ahead and put them cuffs on him. And if they ever do that, Holly's family that's trying to paint Romeca out to be a victim, I hope y'all know he gonna flip. He gonna save him just like he's been able to all this time. He gonna save himself. He gonna say she didn't have to unalive her. She could have gotten her kind left. I didn't tell her to do that. She did that on her own. Watch. Black butterfly, you better say it. Narcs don't love their kids. But baby, the act that they put on for the world. I miss my kids. I love my kids. Come on now. They don't love their kids because if they did, they ain't whooping their mama's ass. They ain't putting no black eye on the face of the mamas. If narcs daddies love their kids, one baby mama wouldn't be unalived and the other one wouldn't be in jail. Absolutely, Erica. And I appreciate them for standing on business because he was crying about not being able to see baby Carson, but he saw him yesterday and he did what typical Negroes do. If he's the one that purchased them, went out and bought about 10 pair of little baby gym shoes. Nigga, get him. Oh, I said I wasn't going to say the N word. Negro, buy him some hard bottoms, okay? So he posted the little boy. And look, I ain't got nothing against baby Carson. He ain't got nothing to do with this. But he posted little baby Carson surrounded by shoes. Crazy. And he was ecstatic, okay? And I will die on the hill by myself if I have to. That's selfish as hell for him to want to see baby Amir. Because baby Carson could still go to 26 in California and see his mama. His mama could still goo goo gaga behind the glass partition. His mama could see him and say, oh, he's getting so big. Oh, he walking now. Oh, he talking now. And baby Amir can't. That's some low down, dirty, trifling shit. And look, if he wanted to act like he really want to see that boy, do that shit off social media. You know, I don't know about you guys, but I'm used to the men in my life. They don't run the social media with shit. They definitely ain't coming out here saying, and that's why Carlos is running shy. I don't get it. It's a new day and age, so it is what it is. But a real man ain't gonna get out here and say, I just want to see my baby. I just want to see my child. Nah, they gonna go and make it do what it do when it comes to going to court and fighting for them. So this is attention. He had the attention of both Romeca and Holly at one point, and now he wants the attention of you guys. Thank you, Erica. Erica said if I was Romeca's family, he wouldn't see his son. As for Holly aunt, she did wrong for even posting Romeca. Imagine how her fam feel. Yeah. Thank you for the super chat, and I totally agree. Because that taunting can go wrong. And she know what she's doing. So even when it comes to her posting the mugshot of Romeca, for those of you, and I'm not going to give her name, but for those of you that know who she is, go to her. It was yesterday. And she posted the body cam video of Romeca. And then in the comment section, and her comment is the only one there, that's where she posted Romeca's mugshot. So I got it with her name and all of that, but I'm not going to share it. But I do have the full screenshot showing that it's from her page. And if you know where she is, I mean, who she is. Go to her Facebook page. You'll see it. When will enough be enough? You know, it's easy for her to don't say a damn thing about Romeca. Don't say anything about her. And if you're talking amongst your own family members, talking or showing videos or showing mug shots, so be it. But baby, I can guarantee you that's going to be used as evidence against your niece. Look what her family doing. That's not helping Holly. And unfortunately for them, there is nothing that can help Holly. Let me read something else to you guys. And shout out to you guys be sending me so much stuff. I apologize. I don't check my Instagram DMs as often as I should. But this was sent to me, child, I don't know, a couple months ago. But this is what the judge said. So based on all of that, and obviously the victim succumbed to her injuries, I find that the state has met its burden by clear and convincing evidence. I'm going to continue, but that's what the judge said. Let me read that again. So based on all of that, let me bring this other one up, because the all of that is all of this. Based on us, the court, learning that there was a verbal argument going on between the victim, Romeca, and the defendant. But what was physical was only witness number 1, Carlos, and the defendant, Holly. So I'll go back to, so based on all of that, and obviously the victim succumbed to her injuries, I find that the state has met its burden by clear and convincing evidence. The judge again said, this is to Holly's family. I find it very telling that there was a pause between shot number 1 and shots number 2 and 3. Then the judge said, I absolutely find that this defendant is a real and present threat to the witnesses as well as anyone who thinks that their words justify deadly violence. So for anybody that got hope, you know, kudos to you guys. Verbal threats don't justify deadly violence. He made that clear as day. This defendant was undeterred by the presence of witnesses, the public setting, the fact that it was near a school, and that it happened in broad daylight. That's what the judge said. She was undeterred. Holly, she didn't give a damn that her own child was in the car. So you know she didn't give a damn if she was across the street from the school. You know she didn't give a damn if there. What she saw for the first time ever was Romeca with her own eyes. Everything before that was verbal. And the first time that Holly ever saw Romeca with her own eyes, she unalived her. Yeah, that's a big danger to society. The judge went on to say electronic monitoring would not deter this defendant from harming the witnesses or anyone else. She's a threat to society. Auntie, electronic monitoring would not in any way, shape, or form mitigate the threat that this defendant poses. The judge said, I give no faith that she would be able to comply with electronic monitoring or that it could protect the community. The community, which is us, we scared. She's staying in there, Pretty Brown. Say, continue to pray, but she ain't getting out tomorrow, child. That dime said jealousy and envy. And look, that dime, let me bring this back up because I really want to make sure, especially the one with the year with the balloons on it. This is what Holly was envious of. This family. Carlos, typical Negro, want to go from woman to woman, want to stalk Romeca, want to tear up all her shit, want to dot her eye, pull her arm out of socket. He was doing all of that, but this was 2024. That girl unalived Romeca 2025. So to the family, I don't give a damn about no body cam from 2022. Look at 2024. 2 years after that. He all smiles. Not only is he not just all smiles in that photo, but is what he said a couple days ago. Love you, Romeca, for life. You know? Yeah, we scared. We scared. Those of you that's local, if you need to make your voice heard and known, everybody's scared of Holly. Terrified, petrified. And that's real talk, though. You know what I'm saying? Because anybody that would unalive somebody over a verbal argument, Lakeisha, that's like me cussing you out right now. Maybe I need to use a different name because I don't want to even improvise. Robin. And, oh God, I got to use somebody else. I love my sis. I can't say that. Gigi Lex. That's like me cussing you out right now, verbally. We face to face verbally. You can't take the verbal thrashing that I'm giving you, and you go stroll to your car, get your pow, stroll back, and unalive me. Where they do that at? Come on now. We scared. We scared. So I don't think that, hey, Shorten, hey, Leah's grandma, I don't think that there's going to be too much. Now, I will tell you this, though, Pretty Brown. What I'm praying is that Carlos show up to court because Holly ain't getting out. Holly ain't getting out. Something else that her aunt posted. Let me look at my phone. Which was already known anyway. But she said, hold on. That the case is now with the appellate court and there will be no release until a decision is made. This process can take up to 1 year. This is according to Holly's aunt. So at least they recognize that she ain't getting out. But Pretty Brown, we'll continue to pray that she stay there for the rest of her life. But let's also pray when Mr. Man show up. Now, I don't know if he's going to show up because last time he got that earth beat. But when Mr. Man show up tomorrow, if he show up, because you couldn't show up for my family member and you on here posting Romeca. See, shout out to Romeca's family for standing on business, baby. Standing on business when it comes to Carlos. But it's a use situation, in my opinion. Carlos will continue to play nice with them up until his ass is arrested. They gonna continue to play nice with Carlos just so he won't come out here and talk against Holly. So let's butter him up. Let's butter him up so he can go ahead and show up in court Tuesday, and let's let him see the baby, y'all. Let's let him see the baby. They using each other, you know? It's Sherry said, I'm glad Amir is old enough to make his own decisions, even though he's young. Amir know his daddy's character. Carlos did a lot of ABUs to Romeca in front of Romeca's son. What do you mean about as far as making his own decisions? You're saying if Romeca's mom is asking him if he wants to go see his dad and he's saying no, that's still a minor. And I'm gonna give all credit. But I do agree with you as far as he did witness a whole lot of ABUs, unfortunately, since he was in a newborn baby. Newborn. But I'm going to give all the credit to Romeca's mother. If I'm not mistaken, she's the one that has custody of baby Amir, and she's standing on business. Your ass ain't going to see him. No. But let me know, it's Sherry. Good comment. Her aunt's actions, behavior show where Holly gets her ignorant character from. I don't think Auntie know that. I don't think that she's, thinking like that. You are by posting this girl's body cam video as well as her mugshot. You are taunting the victim. And you are related to the defendant. So I agree with you, Simone. Gigi Luck said, a similar situation happened in my neighborhood back in November. 3 parties. 2 of them bullied one, and out of the 2 bullies, one was unalived. You guys put unalived in the chat for me. The other ran off. I guess it was not her time. Sorry to hear that. Why can't he see him? Is it the family, I wonder? Hey, Noonie. Yeah. Do you blame him, though? I don't. My daughter is gone because of the bullshit, the lies, and the scheming and all of that we have witnessed ourselves for years. So I said yes quickly. I'm going to say allegedly yes. And keep standing on business because he couldn't see mine. It's giving you're doing it for attention and a pat on the back, not from the heart. That's it. That's all. That's it. That's all. 354, you guys watching. Please hit the like button for me. What else did I want to say when it comes to Carlos? But I will say this. I don't blame Romeca's family at all for not allowing him to see baby Amir. Take a look at this picture. I don't have it readily available, but we've seen posts from Romeca on social media. We've seen text messages where Romeca says she's tired of him. She's scared of him. She's sick of him tearing up all her stuff. She's sick of him putting his hands on her. So yeah, they supposed to stand on business and not allow him to see that child. Again, this is what I want you guys to put in the chat. What will he say? What will he say to that baby? I want to know. And one thing about narcs, and yes, I'm going to say he's a narc, allegedly, and in my opinion, they will never take blame. They will never take blame. And when, well, I'm not going to say when, but if Romeca's mom had allowed Carlos to go ahead and see that boy, what you going to say? You going to do the same thing what Holly's family is doing, victimize his mama, who is no longer here. He not going to say the truth. He not going to tell his son, yeah, well, son, I can't admit, I was going back and forth between, and we know that at the time of Romeca's unaliving, she had left Carlos. She had tried to go on about her business and all of that. He get on a live video line. I was happy for her. I was even going to give her some money. She's going on vacation. Just lying. A Negro like that, that enjoys women fighting over them and arguing over him and all of that, please believe he was still trying to get back with Romeca. But he's not going to tell the truth to his son. Son, I was playing both of them. And it just so happened that ain't no just, let me strike that my damn self. Ain't no just so happened. Son, I was playing both of them. I knew your mom was going to be dropping you off at school, and I took the other one up there, right across the street. But your mama started it. Now, we at your school, son. My baby the second baby mama is not even in school. We at your school, son, across the street, but your mama started. That's what he would say. He'd never say, I had your mama in a headlock. I was knocking her head up against the car. I could have stopped the second baby mama because I could have let your mama go when I saw the other one going to her car. And I don't give a damn, because I would love to have seen Holly looking like this if it happened after Carlos was trying to stop her from getting that gun. I would love to see her all bruised up. And when I say bruised up, I'm talking about him tackling her to the ground. You ain't going to that car. You ain't about to get that pow out that car. And if she would have got scraped up or whatever the case may be, by him preventing her from getting that pow out the car, so be it. Carlos, we want to know, you going to tell your son that you could have stopped her? You going to tell your son the truth? What the witnesses said? Headlock, fist bump, all of that? No, he's not. So hell no, he wouldn't see my grandson under no circumstances. Because he ain't never, in Holly's voice, he will never say he's the cause out of all of this. And he is. He's the cause. Holly pulled the trigger, but he's the cause. And like I said before, Holly was just dumb enough to fall for the okie doke. Holly was just jealous enough and envious enough to want to put an end to somebody that she knew that this man, what did he post today? I mean, a couple days ago? Somebody that she knew that this man still loved. That's why she wanted to put a stop to it. Love you, Romeca, for life. Oh, child, I can't. Dang, I done talked almost an hour. Let me see what you guys are saying. Shout out again to the new members, but they're not really new. Always India and my girl, Tawana. Tawana, we got to talk, child. It's a lot going on about you know who, if you listening, who he married to. You know who I'm talking about. We don't like her no more. We'll talk about that. Well, we talked about it in Patreon. But shout out again to the Side Eye, the Sage, Love You Sis, and Erica Wallace. Thank you guys for the super chats. All right, let me see what you guys are saying. If you can, though, put in the chat now. I'm sure I missed it. But the question that I asked you guys is, do you think it's selfish for Carlos to want to see baby Amir? Put a 1 in the chat if you think that is selfish. Put a 2 in the chat if you think, no, he the daddy and he got a right to see his son. No matter the son's mother is no longer here. Let me know. Let me know. CPS said he is to remain with the grandmother. Yes. Thank you, Cheryl Canada. Yeah, well, we do know that CPS is involved because, again, cell phone carrying ass Carlos made sure to go live, child, right there at the CPS office. Again, doing what? Trying to play the victim and get attention. Let me show y'all. I want to see my son. Let me show y'all. So, yeah, CPS is involved. Ms. Perfect said, thanks anyway. I'm going to head out. What I miss? Ms. Perfect, you still here? They're going to let him think he's clear. Pretty Brown. Yes, that's what I'm praying for. Lock his ass up. Lock his ass up. I am sick of him. Do you hear me? Sick of the post, sick of the pity. I ain't gonna respond to no more negativity. That's what he said over the weekend as well. Shut up. I pray even when her release, they retry her. Girl, what you talking about? No, ma'am. Gigi Lux. What do you mean when they release her? Ain't no release. That girl gonna be locked up for the rest of her life. So you didn't skip past a whole lot. You talking about her being retried and going back in front of a judge. No, ma'am, we're not claiming that at all. She's not getting out. Oh, child. Against my religion, I'm scared I'll whoop the brakes off of Holly. Teresa said, I'm really scared. Anybody who could cold-bloodedly unalive somebody in broad daylight and stand over her and look at her and do it again, then fist bump, we better be scared. You absolutely right. You absolutely right. And on this screen, you guys see that devilish look, child. Oh, I should have had the other pictures, but I don't want to do that right now. But these are the pictures that they're on my community wall, probably from last week or week before. But you could see the blood on Holly's hoodie strings. But Teresa, I totally agree with you. Real talk, no joke. You better be scared. Everybody. Hey, Caramel. You said Holly's fam is danger to society. I thought she said she wasn't coming back to YouTube. Lock Loso up expeditiously. If Holly's family is on YouTube, I ain't never seen them. I don't go looking for stuff. Sometimes people, because I'm talking about this, will cross my timeline and I may, take a listen here, there. So if Holly's aunt is on YouTube, I've never seen a video and won't be going to watch it. But look, I will say this though, girl, go ahead. Keep going, because you are really, really making it bad for your own loved one. Is anybody, Teresa, Linda Gamble, somebody, Miss Perfect said, is it just me who's experiencing a breakup? Have I been breaking up since I've been talking, guys? Teresa or Linda, can you let me know? Or Aunt Debbie? Real quick. Oh, that's right. I could show my comments, but I could barely see them. Okay. No, I haven't. Thank goodness. Miss Perfect is you. So possibly go completely out and come back in. Thank you. Thank you, Aunt Debbie. Thank you, Teresa. All right. Thank you, guys. Let me see what you guys are saying. Oh, I'm misunderstanding you. Thank goodness. All right. Let me read what you're saying, child. You misunderstanding me. I said, I pray she never gets out. And if she do, that's why I want to stop you at those, sis. We ain't even speaking the if she do into existence. So I get what you're saying, but just stop there. Well, I can't tell you what to do. So you do have a right to say what you want to say. Let me correct myself. But for me, I'm just going to stop right there. I pray she never get out. But I get it. No harm, no foul. Brittany Janae. Hey, Brittany Janae. He's very insecure. Very insecure. Cheryl Candace say she not getting out. Period. I'm happy he is to remain with his mom. Yes, me too. Hi, Janice. Thank you. Yes, hit the like button. Let me see what you guys are saying. It's crazy. You helped unalive his mother. And Leah's grandma, totally agree. Now, that is our opinion only and allegedly. But like I said, and I said this before, this big swole ass man that with ease, child, lifting weights, posting them on Facebook, working out. I'm a personal trainer. I'm going to do this and I'm going to do that. To me, that is how he helped unalive Romeca, because he ain't do shit. So I agree with you. A couple more is not in the best interest of the child. That's right. Look, let that baby, unfortunately, try to come to terms with his new reality. And his new reality is his mother is no longer here. That's selfish as hell to me. I don't care what nobody say. I would just gone back on out. Thank you. I see a lot of ones. Oh, Marva, you want to click the link and tell me? Rosemary said one. Pretty Brown said one. Evangelist Alicia one. That damn one. Lakeisha one. Renee, Carolyn, Aunt Debbie said 11111. Yeah. Linda Gamble, you put two. All right, now I'm I respect you all's opinions, but Linda Gamble and Marva, I said, and I repeat it. I want to make sure you guys, and if you guys are standing on two, let me know. Put a one in the chat if you think it's selfish for Carlos to want to interfere in Romeca's son Amir, life. He's a sperm donor. He didn't protect that baby's mama. He didn't protect Holly, if we're keeping it real. Because like I said, I cringe when I see him working out in the gym. I really do. Because, Negro, you are weak to me. I don't care how much iron you put on them poles. You weak. You're a weakling. Because, again, he could have ran and tackled that girl and stayed on top of her. He didn't. He let her go to that car. So, Linda Gamble, you said too, you want that baby to be involved in Carlos' life, and you as well, Marva. Let me scroll down. I see a lot of ones, child. We standing on business, okay? But not saying that you guys aren't. I respect your opinion, but I would like to know. Let me go down to the bottom. One. Did Marva come back in? And Linda Gamble, my mod. Did you mean to put a two? Have you heard about him possibly swinging? Yes, allegedly. Allegedly. I have heard that. And I'll have to tell you why I haven't talked about it on YouTube, but I wouldn't be shocked, Teresa. But yes, I have heard that. And yeah. Yes to everything that you said, even when it comes to Romeca having proof. Yep. Heard it a couple weeks ago. Almost a month. I'm glad husband grandmother got him. I hope she never let him see Amir. All right, I'm sure you meant I'm glad. I don't know what a husband. Amir's grandmother got him, and I hope she never let him see Amir. Agree. Okay, Linda Gamble said that was a mistake, child. All right, that's why I asked you again, Linda. I was about to rethink that mod, sis. And you are. All of my mods are legends, okay? Yeah, no. But where's Marva? Marva, can you let me know if that was a mistake for you? He's trying to play both sides just like he's always done. Uh-huh. Hey, Patricia J. Side-Eye said he would try to blame Romeca for her own unaliving. Does Holly have other kids? I never knew why she was at the school. No, this baby. Did I hold on, guys. Let me look at my photos. Okay, I'm bringing this picture up, Side-Eye. This baby, at the time that Holly unalived Romeca, was what, guys? About 6 months or so. So this baby in this carrier that Carlos posted with Amir pushing a baby, and then she's pregnant now. So she and Carlos' child, and I don't know, if I unalive somebody, I would just be towed up. But baby, they was dressing alike and doing the do and had conceived again. So she's currently pregnant in jail. She was not pregnant on September the 8th, Like her attorney tried to lie and say that she was. In December, she was 7 weeks pregnant. So what? She's about 12 weeks or so now. That child will be delivered right there on 26 in California and handed off. And Carlos could be out here saying, I want to see that baby too. Okay, let me read this. King David said, I'll never advocate for a father not to be with a child, but not with him. But not with him. Because he will manipulate that child against the memory of his mother and against the grandmother. Totally agree. Totally agree with you, King David. Facts. So that's why I keep asking, what will he say to him? I want to see my son. I want to see my boy. I want to see Lil Los. What you gonna say to him? You gonna say exactly what King David just said. You're gonna manipulate everything to make yourself out to be the victim. He ain't gonna tell that baby the truth. And that's all that baby wanna know right now. Where's my mama? How come my mama not here no more? Daddy. You know? Either he gonna shut him down and don't give him any answers, or he gonna lie, or he gonna manipulate to make himself look like the victim and manipulate to make Romeca look like the aggressor, like he always did every time he pulled out that damn cell phone. My thing has always been, what happened before you started recording? What happened before you started recording? Yeah, you were able to push record after doing this. You was able to go down in that lobby. We watched it last week. And if you didn't, go back and check them out. Go down to that lobby and look what she did. See, she tried to poke me. Well, damn. If this is her defending herself, like I said, to Holly's aunt, Holly's family, anybody that's on Holly's side, clearly, if this is how Romeca walked away looking, swollen jaw, swollen black eye, left eye almost closed, arm pulled out of socket, clearly that's self-defense. But Carlos, what happened before you started recording? I can't stand no Negro that will pick up a phone and record a woman. But yet, he kept going back, kept going back, kept going back. But yet, posted again this weekend. Love you for life, Romeca. That's what your ass was saying every time you went back. Because she was in a cycle of abuse. And I'll never blame a woman, never blame a woman that was at that time too weak to really leave. Wanting to believe he ain't gonna do this no more. Wanting to believe, oh my goodness, maybe it was because we was arguing that he did that. So many women have gone through that. I'll never blame Romeca for that. But Carlos ass is the one that kept going back. You know? Oh, all right, here go Marva. I don't mean being in his life. That would be the last time. Okay, well, what you mean? What you mean with the number 2? You saying let him see the child one more time and then let that be it? I'm confused. He said he will not be in court because it will be a continuation. Yeah, he ain't in court, my sweet. Cause where is it at, child? Did I remove it? Let me find when Carlos got them paws put on him. That's why he ain't gonna be in court. He don't want to replay. Shout out again to Romeca's family, baby, standing on business. And let's see if I can do a quick search. Carlos. Hold on. Here you go. 1223, baby. Hold on, guys. I got it. This why he ain't gonna be in court tomorrow. Although it will be a continuation. She ain't going nowhere. But the last court date, no, this was on December 23rd. Is when he got his these paws, them paws put on him. And yeah, he don't want that to happen again. Also, in my opinion, my sweet, I think that he do know that his days are numbered. And he absolutely most likely can possibly be arrested at one of those court dates. So I could see him staying away because it's my opinion. My opinion only. I think they gonna go ahead on and get him as soon as he show up and try to support again. But this was last time, child. I needed the other pictures. Oh, child, that was something else that day. They told his boy, we will know what's going on in court tomorrow. Yeah, we'll know what's going on tomorrow. If Carlos stays home tomorrow, he don't want them paws. That's right. That's it. That's all. He's scared. I agree with both points, sis. He don't want them paws put on him again, and he'd rather not take the chance. But this is just watch how this plays out, guys. Watch how this plays out. And hey, Kathy, I can almost guarantee, in my opinion, I gotta say that Carlos will end up being arrested as an accessory to me. You know, because the witnesses already gave their accounts of what he did. So just like Holly thought that she was in the clear after they released her September 8th, then they went and got that ass in December. Same thing gonna happen with Carlos. They will absolutely put together all the facts, make sure that their ducks are in a row, and then they come in form. It's no way around it. To me, it's no way around it. You know? Yes, Carolyn, watch. Watch how this plays out. And if they do, I ain't gonna say if, when they do arrest Carlos, Holly who? That's what he gonna be saying. And he's laying the groundwork. This is for Holly's family. If you ever get a little clip of this here video, I'm gonna bring this back up for you. This is laying the groundwork for that defense. I ain't tell her to do that. I love my baby mama. I love Romeca, and I even been saying this since all this happened. This is proof. Y'all got to be cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs over there trying to shame Romeca, who is no longer here. This man, 2 days ago, this is from his Facebook page, could possibly be a RICO, and I don't have a background in law, but, and I'm just gonna make sure I can read it all. A RICO is a little different for me because that typically is more than one or two people. You get what I'm saying? It's and what they say is it's an organizational act. So it's racketeering, influenced, and corrupt organizations act. So that's the only reason why I don't think, and it don't need to be a RICO. You know what I mean? He could be a accessory to first degree. You know what I'm saying? Or he could be charged with that as well. For me, just lock his ass up, you know? But good point. When will the calls be released? Look, Tracy Moe, I'm on it when they do. I am on it. I'll be just like there's a whole YouTube channel that was dedicated to releasing phone calls. And yeah. I'll do some research. Thanks for saying that. You know, for me, I don't know if it's in these beginning stages where they are, everything is recorded, but I don't know if we will have access, but that would be amazing. So I'm gonna write down a note to double check. I pay for it, child. Let me write that down so I can remember. Let's see. Can they be requested? Yeah, they if they do like they did in Georgia, for a lot of the phone calls that's been released. You can request them after they are up for the public. You know what I mean? So like right now, you couldn't just say, "Hey, I was wondering if I could request those phone calls." There's a whole website dedicated to it, and you put the case that you're interested in, and if it's available, and you pay whatever fee, you can absolutely get them. Not the dreads was all in the streets, child. A mess. Okay, let's see. Let me scroll up. I'm gonna read a couple more of your comments, and we're gonna get out of here because I gotta be ready for what's coming tomorrow. I do want you guys, if you are available, to join me. We are going to discuss, and I may bump that down to the evening as well. Lulu finally broke her silence. It's not enough for me, Lulu. Not enough for me. And it is something that she said in her post. Y'all should know one of my favorite sayings is, yeah, no. And we'll talk about it. We'll talk about it. So put your notifications on because I would love to hear what you guys have to say about that. We're also going to touch on the criticism. I got a little bit. I got to keep it real. The backlash that Dro's mom is receiving, some questionable, allegedly behavior. So we'll talk about all of that tomorrow. Okay, let me scroll up. What else you guys have to say? And allegedly. All right. We're going to still say allegedly, but that dime said an insurance policy is connected to Romeca's son and his caregivers. Narcs don't love anyone. Carlos is going to lie to that child. Yep. I would never trust him with Amir. All right, couple more. I agree with that. The way he has tried to justify rather than condemn her unaliving, he doesn't deserve to see his son. Should have protected the best interest of his children. And thank you for saying children, pluralize, facts. Should have protected both of them. Number one, you shouldn't have drove around there. First of all, Holly shouldn't have been parked there, in my opinion. Carlos allegedly stayed 3-4 blocks away. How convenient that you guys park across the street from the school that Amir goes to. And then how convenient you just so happen to go around the time that you knew Romeca would be dropping that baby off. Protecting his children, Erica, would have been, we're going to go and stay at the crib, Holly. I'll take you to your car later. So I totally agree with you. And he definitely should have, if he's still confessing his love for Romeca, you definitely should have protected her. Okay, I read that side. All right. I think I read that. I'm scrolling up, guys, because I missed a couple of you all's comments. The fact he's forbidden to be around the child tells me they're coming for him when they finish investigating. Excellent, excellent point. Because CPS had they felt like he didn't have anything to do with this. He didn't pull the pow. He didn't do none of that. He would have had visitation rights. So I totally agree with you. He's forbidden. And that's very telling. But anyway, guys. Anyway, we've been here an hour and 20 minutes. I wanted to touch on this before Miss I Will Never's court date tomorrow. There is no bond. This is the old thumbnail, and she will not be getting out. To her family, y'all gonna keep doing what you're doing, child. I can promise you, you are absolutely helping Romeca's case. Because everything that they're posting, hey Gia, is negative against Romeca, and that's the same negativity that your family member had. You know? I can't tell them what to do as far as them wanting to ride for their family. But y'all wouldn't know about it as far as anything when it comes to who my family member unalive. So just because my family member unalived her over a verbal argument, I'm gonna come out here and continue to tarnish her memory. Come on now. You don't trust nothing Lulu say? Oh, join me. It's Sherry Blossom. Join me tomorrow. Child Lulu. If I say anything right now, I'm gonna go on a tangent. But I'll give you guys a taste. Do I still have that window open? Oh, to my cutie crew members, Bridget J. You know, we talked about this last night to a certain extent, as far as how they don't label us. Well, they didn't back in the day. Bridget J, if you don't get your ass out of that group chat, now how you over there? Hold on. Let me cuss out real quick. Hold on. Let me cuss that out real quick. Because I'm asking you a question. Hold on, y'all. Oh, child, these sisters something else. Sorry, guys. But we spoke about this last night. You here and there, just here, there, everywhere. I just cussed you out over there, child. Oh, all type of misspellings. Anyway, we'll talk about this in the members only. If not tomorrow, we'll do it Wednesday because I want to know y'all's thoughts on these videos that's circulating. And we'll talk about it behind the wall. This is a sensitive subject. But this autistic child beat his mama's ass. Do you hear me? And we'll talk about that in members only. We'll talk about Lulu tomorrow. And I thank you guys. Oh, this is what I was about to say about Lulu. Hold on. Let me read just one little part. One little part. Let me maximize this screen. Hold on, guys. All right, let me go to this next page. Just a taste. Because, yeah, no, Lulu. Dog it. I was the one in Gainesville calling the city asking if their traffic cameras worked to see those videos so they could give insight on what happened. I was the one asking the popos what the F happened. I was in shock when I got back to see him on a stretcher. Yeah, no, Lulu. I don't need no traffic cameras because I was there with my men. My eyes saw what happened to him. I ain't got to ask the popos for no traffic cameras. So I can get insight on what happened. He was in the car with you. I ain't about to start because, baby, I'm ready to go. I was the one asking the popos what the F happened. He was with you. Ask yourself what happened. Girl, I'm ready to, I'm not going to turn this into that. I'm really ready to let loose because, girl, what? You want to ask the popos what happened. He was sitting right next to you. And I don't know about you, argument or not. If I'm driving and you want to say allegedly he jumped out the car, child, I am pumping on brakes so goddamn hard right there. Not what you mean when you got back. So I ain't about to do it. I'm not about to do it. Lulu, we'll get on you tomorrow. Okay. Yeah, it is still an active investigation. So we'll talk about it tomorrow. I know y'all want to talk about it, but I don't want to mix two topics in this one. but you guys see the thumbnail, and I'm going to probably schedule that live for around this time as well. So 7:30 Central Standard Time for this one. As soon as I hear whatever happened when it comes to Holly, I think it's just going to be the typical formalities. And she, I don't even know if they're going to transport her to be in front of the judge or not. But one thing for sure that we can count on, baby. One thing for sure, we can count on Romeca supporters being there, and we'll find out what happened. And once I do, I'll come out to you guys. But before you go, guys, put some pink hearts in the chat. Justice, justice, justice for Romeca forever. Justice for Romeca until Romeca gets justice. Okay? Let me put it in the chat myself. Carlos, sit your ass down somewhere. He irks me. Well, I do think that he'll have a lot of time to be sitting down real soon. Real soon. That's what we praying on. Justice for Romeca. Prayers and condolences go up to Romeca's mom, her family, to baby Amir, to Miss Tina. Shout out to her for standing on business. When it comes to Carlos seeing that baby so he can lie, so he can do what King David said, manipulate to make himself appear to have not done anything wrong. I really love that. Holly's family, like I told you guys, he using them and they using him. And once they clank and put them cuffs on his ass, again, he's gonna say, Holly who? He gonna spill everything. He gonna save himself. But continuous prayers going up. Thank you guys again for joining me for this video. Shout out again to each and every one of you. Thank you. If you sent me a super chat, I appreciate you guys, as well as a cash app. Shout out to Let's Be Clear. Let's Be Clear. Thank you for the cash app from last night, sis. I appreciate you. All right, guys. I'll see you guys at some point tomorrow. Enjoy the rest of your Monday. If you got some TT, let me say this. Now, if you got tea, the ones that I opened up finally today, there were screenshots. I will say, if you send a YouTube video, 98% of the times I'm not going to watch it. People are long-winded like myself. So if you don't say chit chat, I need you to go to the 1 hour and 28-minute mark and listen to this. I ain't doing it. I'm not clicking it at all. Your girl work, your girl do content, your girl be here, there, everywhere. I ain't got time. So, but if you got some TT, take some screenshots, and send them to me, and I promise you I will showcase it. Thank you, King David. Thank you for coming and dropping down. Shout out to any new subscribers. Justice for Romeca until it is justice for Romeca. All right, I'll see you guys at some point tomorrow. We'll be back. I'm sure Carlos and her family going to continue to cut up, child. So I'll take some screenshots like I did, and I'll bring them to you guys. But other than that, I appreciate each and every one of you. If you did not hit that like button on your way in, please hit the like button on your way out. And shout out to the replay, gang yang. All right, guys. Chat with you soon. Bye. Chit chat with QT. Chit chat with QT. Chit chat, chit chat, chit chat with QT. Chit chat with QT. Chit chat with QT. Chit chat, chit chat, chit chat with QT.